This is a 1948 Keller Super Chief. This car matters because when World War II was over, America hadn't created production cars for a number of years. America was desperate for new cars. Everybody would buy anything they could get their hands on. Many people saw the idea that what they needed to do was to become the next Henry Ford, to create the new inexpensive car for America. The Davis, the Playboy, many other small companies attempted to get started. Keller was one of those small companies. George Keller had been a vice president at Studebaker. He had left Studebaker and was unemployed at the time. He was approached by a man named Hubert Mitchell, who had created this, was attempting to make a car company. It started in Huntsville because Hubert Mitchell had a factory in the Hartselle and Huntsville areas. He had both a furniture factory and then a factory that was building seats for the United States military transport planes. When the war was over, all the production ability, all the production contracts for those seats was gone. So Hubert, as any good red-blooded American, said, well, if I can make seats, all I need to do is make something to put them in. The number of post-war car manufacturers in Alabama comes to one. Only Keller had attempted to do it. Keller realized that the steel industry, if there was to be access to steel, was obviously going to come out of Birmingham. And of course, North Alabama was full of Alabama ash, a good solid hardwood to make woody bodies out of. They ended up making a total of 18 of the prototypes, although we believe that no more than 10 existed at any one time. This car was part of a 6-car production run, and that 6-car production run was to determine costs for the car. So we believe that the 5 existing similar cars previous to this were taken apart so each of the pieces could be put onto the racks, and when the production run went through, it could be re-pieced back together. The dashes and gauge cluster are all out of a 37 Pontiac. The engine is a industrial application 4-cylinder flathead Hercules engine, a Borg-Warner 3-speed transmission, and a Willis rear end and Willis wheels. When we first saw the car, it had been put away muddy, dirty, and filthy. The aluminum cab and the steel cowl were all still in existence. The wood was all there, but had dry rotted very badly. We attempted to show it for a while original, but it got to the point where we couldn't move the car out of our garage without pieces of wood falling off of it. So it was time to start the process, and that was about 98 or 99. It took about 6 years just to rebuild the wood. I'm Sam Barnett, and this car matters.